What's going on, people, and welcome back to another player versus player. Today we've got the battle of the centre-backs of Carvahlo versus Nemanja Vidic. Both legends in their own right. Obviously, I'm a United fan, so Vidic has a special place in my heart. But yeah, I really rated Carvahlo when he played as well. Can't argue what he did at his time at Porto and Chelsea. He even went to Madrid and did reasonably well. So I'm interested to see how they do today. First up, we've got heading. I'm going to give this one to Vidic. I feel like he was more ferocious with his heading and wanting to actually win balls and get to the ball. Carvahlo could do it, but I feel like Vidic had a bit more fight in him for headers. So Vidic gets heading. Pace, neither of these guys were blessed with. I really don't think there's a lot between it, but I would probably edge pace to Vidic, but both centre-backs not known for their pace at all. Passing, I think this one's quite one-sided. As much as I love Vidic, he is more of your old-school defender that was a defender more so than a passer of the ball, a ball-playing centre-back. Carvahlo did both. I think he was more rounded. He was definitely more cultural on the ball, looked more natural on the ball, and like it was easier for him. So for passing, I do think that Carvahlo had that in trumps. Technique, similar to the passing, I think Carvahlo is one that's easy on the eye to watch. Made it look easy, seemed to have all the time in the world when you watched him play. And a lot of that was down to his first touch on the ball, even with dribbling and stuff. Like, it was very clever. Vidic wasn't terrible, but he was just more of your hard-hitting centre-back, and he wasn't as cultured, and it didn't look as easy to him or as natural. So technique, I would go Carvahlo. Next up, we've got tackling. As I just mentioned, I feel like Vidic is your more old-school centre-back in this sense, and for that reason, I think he was a lot more ferocious, a lot more wanting to die out on the field, if you will, more so than Carvahlo was. So I'd go Vidic for tackling. Positioning, I think this is pretty close. Both of them have won their fair few shares of trophies and been leaders in their teams and helped their teams win these trophies with their sense of positioning and being in the right place at the right time to like cancel out any danger from the attacking opposition. I'm going to edge this one to Carvahlo. He was just a bit more natural again to it. I think he was bit more clever on the ball and his positioning off the ball as well as on the ball in terms of not getting caught out by attackers as much. Vidic was really hard to get past, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Carvahlo, before the ball even got to a certain point in the field, he had a more of an idea of what he was going to do to get rid of that danger in attack. So I'm going to give that to Carvahlo for positioning. Strength, I don't look at Carvahlo and remember him and one of his main attributes as strength. I look at him as that cultured centre-back with the good passing range, good on the ball, reasonable dribbler, and he could mix it with some tackles and stuff, but strength wasn't one of his fortes, I don't think. He certainly wasn't weak, but that's not what I look at when I remember him. And I think Vidic was a unit. I think that he had the ferociousness, he had the fight, he didn't mind hurting himself. Like I said, he's willing to die on the pitch, and I think he was very strong. So easily for me, Vidic for strength. Agility, again, both of these I don't look at and think they were super agile. It's not something that I associate with either of them, really. 50-50 for this one. I'm probably going to edge it to Carvahlo, but not by a lot. Leadership, really tough. Obviously, Vidic went on to captain United and won a fair few things. Captained his country, I believe, as well. Carvahlo, I don't know if he ever captained at Porto. I don't think he did. And I don't remember him captaining Chelsea because obviously Terry was there the whole time. Don't know if he did at Madrid. I don't believe he did at Madrid either. And for Portugal, I don't remember him being captain. But you don't always have to have the armband to be considered to be a great leader. But I would say that Vidic it was more natural to him, that leadership, being loud and vocal, leading by example, putting his body on the line. Leadership for me has to go to Vidic. Presence, just in terms of whether it's in the tunnel pre-match and players being scared of them, or just on the pitch, even for teammates to sort of think, oh, I can't mess about here because he'll let me know about it. And the respect that you have from the opposition and your own teammates. Very tough for this one. I feel like they both had a tremendous career, well respected in what they achieved and won. Very tough. I feel like Carvalho did it in a different way to Vidic, but they both have this a lot. I'm going to edge it to Vidic, but I could easily give it to Carvalho too. Teamwork, both of these won quite a bit themselves. Both of these two guys won a lot in their careers. Again, not a lot in it for me. I'm going to slightly edge it to Carvalho, but again, I could easily give it to Vidic too. So for trophies, I thought it would be close. I haven't checked it out till just now, and is literally paper thin in the difference. There's one difference in it. Vidic had 15 major trophies and Carvalho had 16. So just Carvalho pips it, but hardly anything to pick between for trophies. Lastly then, we've got career. Now, obviously, I love Vidic because he was at my team for so long and he was a major part of it and a captain and won a ton. What I will say, though, is he hasn't done it around as many clubs. He hasn't had the decorated career of different clubs like Carvalho had. And remember, Carvalho was part of that early Mourinho team that won the Champions League and knocked United out during that campaign as well. Obviously, it was at Madrid. I can't remember if he won stuff when he was at Madrid, but still a fantastic team to go and play at and have on your CV. All his time at Chelsea that he won, even though he wasn't there for like tons of years. Reasonably well for Portugal, came close a few times in the national squad too. So I love Vidic. He's one of my favourites as a defender in the world. But I would give the career to Carvalho, as I feel like he edged it with the trophies by one. And I feel like just having a bit more on his CV of clubs he's played for, I think you have to go for Carvalho. Let's add it up. So I've added it up and my God, was it close. Again, one decides it. There's a lot in here that there just seems to be like nothing to pick between the two. And again, the overall total and the points, Carvalho has 7 and Vidic has 6. So I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. Obviously, I'm a little bit more biased to Vidic, but again, he hasn't won. So Carvalho 7, Vidic 6. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to put in the community tab today. I've got some fire new matchups I've thought of to bring some new player versus players. So let me know in the comments and go and vote on that in the post tab, or also known as the community tab on YouTube, on my page. Go and check that out and vote. That'll be up today for you guys. There's some fire matchups in there, so hopefully you'll like the options. Appreciate everyone supporting. Hope you enjoyed it. In a bit.